Hi, I'm Matthew Genelin. I'm a resident physician at Brown University Internal Medicine Residency Program.
Hi, my name is Reina Funes. I am the Senior Payroll Manager at Brown Physicians.
As a resident or a new doctor and new to getting, paychecks and especially new to the system, maybe you could walk me through what to look at when I have a paycheck in front of me, pointing out the important things.
On your paycheck, on top, you're going to see your marital status. So that means whatever you're claiming. You're going to see your earnings. You're always going to see what your actual rate is, and then also what you're getting paid for that pay period. You'll also see the column versus year to date, and it'll tell you what you have so far. Down below, you're going to see deductions, your federal income tax, Social Security, Medicare, your state income tax, and also your disability tax. Not every state has disability tax, so that's also something that you want to look out for. Down below after that, you're going to see all your benefit deductions. That is going to vary depending on whatever benefits you enroll into. And then down below, if you do choose to enroll into direct deposit, then you'll also see how much you're getting at net pay.
This is the first time I've had a paycheck as a resident, and I'm not really used to looking through and knowing what to look for particularly. Is there anything I should be focusing on when I get my paycheck each month?
Yes, I would suggest you looking at your taxes. Also, if you are enrolled in benefit plans, I would suggest you look at all the deductions that are on there to make sure that you are enrolled in the correct plan. If you know that you have an upcoming raise, you can also look on your pay stub to make sure that the raise actually went through. The pay stub is always going to highlight what your salary is.
Is there like a specific time of year where these numbers change that I should, is there a paycheck I should be paying most attention to, or should I be doing this with every paycheck that I get?
I would say that maybe your last paycheck at the end of the year, you want to see where you are in your taxes because, filing season is coming right at the end of the year. So we also do provide you with your W-2, right? So on your W-2, you'll see everything summarized, and the W-2 is what you're going to use to file your taxes.
The other half of what I'm thinking about these days is we get our salary from residency, but then also we have the opportunities to moonlight. How does moonlighting play into the differences I see on my paychecks?
So it depends. Sometimes moonlighting will be included with your regular paycheck. Sometimes it's going to be separated out. It depends on the amount. Every company is a little bit different. If you do see it on a separate paycheck, don't be alarmed. It's still the same exact thing. You're still going to see the same exact taxes taken out.
In our orientation, they show us all the different resources and portals that we have through our pay systems and through human resources. One of the big ones that we use is ADP. What is that and how do I navigate it?
ADP is our payroll provider.
Okay.
Every company might use it a little bit different. Some of them use it for human resources, others for benefits, and payroll obviously being the biggest one. Not every company uses ADP, but most of the time they do allow self-service portal. So you can go in there and again, you can look at your benefits, you can look at your pay stubs, you can look at your direct deposit, just to name a few things.
My next question, I'm wondering, what's FICA?
That's a great question. FICA is made up of two payroll taxes. It's going to be your Social Security and your Medicare tax. These are standard and everyone has to pay them. These are federal benefits that everyone pays into for when you retire.
Okay. And do I see, where does FICA come up in my paychecks? Where do I find all of this?
So you'll find the deductions under your tax deductions on your pay stub.
Oh, in each month I have those tax deductions?
Every month.
Okay.
Every month. So it's made up of a flat rate. So it's going to be 6.25 for your Social Security and 1.45% for your Medicare.
Is there a way at the end of the year to see the annual taken out, or is it just per paycheck?
In every paycheck, you're going to have the column where the deduction shows up for that pay period, and then you're also going to see a column that says year to date. So every paycheck, you'll see it increase. And again, at the end of the year, when you receive your W-2, you'll also see a summary of all the taxes.
When I go to a conference or I expend money that's reimbursed by the program or by my employer, how do those reimbursements show up? Or is there something I should be looking for on the paycheck for my reimbursements?
You'll see those reimbursements under deductions. except it's going to be a reverse deduction. That's going to tell you that it's being reimbursed to you, but it's also not taxable because you already paid taxes on those. Not every reimbursement isn't taxable, so you will see it on top under your earnings. So wherever you would see your salary, you'll see it right under there.
Thanks. That was so helpful to walk through the paycheck like that. I know these can be pretty daunting and confusing to look at and look through.